Welcome everyone back to a new GTA 6 video. My name is Justine and today I have some really exciting new information which was recently given to us by the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, Strata Zelnick. Before we dive into the rest of the video, if you could do one simple thing, all I do ask from you, if you're signed into a YouTube account, if you're on your mobile phone, all I ask, if you tap on that like button, it will seriously support this video and it will show me as well how much you are excited for the reveal of GTA 6. Because we are getting so much closer now and I can almost feel the announcement of GTA 6 is going to be happening later this year. It will also help YouTube as well spread this video around to new people and to get other people interested in this awesome piece of information. First and foremost, what exactly is this interview all about? Well, Strata Zelnick was involved with Morgan Stanley in an interview. The interviewer by the name of Brian happened to mention about the investors regarding GTA 6 and when can we expect to hear anything official from Rockstar Games regarding the next installment for GTA 6 or the GTA series, should I say. The reason for that is because there is a lot of investors who sent emails and want to know answers to what's going on next for Rockstar Games, because if you're an investor, well, you want to know what's next in the pipeline and is it worth, you know, keeping your investments. So that is exactly what goes through the minds of investors and they want to know what's going down. At the end of the day, they are invested in their business and they want to know what they can expect next. As successful as the Grand Theft Auto series has been over the last couple of years, GTA 5 released in 2013, but also it was revealed in late 2011. So GTA 5 officially was announced on October the 25th, but we didn't see a trailer until November for GTA 5. And of course we all know over the years how big of an impact GTA Online has been for Rockstar Games and also how much of a money maker it's been also for Take-Two Interactive with all of the microtransactions, all of the DLC content, basically just a huge online money machine for Take-Two Interactive and a really addictive gaming experience, I guess, for players because you're invested in, you know, you want to have the latest and the best and the fastest cars or keeping on top of all of the content in GTA Online, and unfortunately all of that costs a lot of money, and in order for Rockstar and Take-Two to make money, well, they need to sell microtransactions, aka shark cards in GTA Online, and this is how they make their money. So if a player invests in shark cards, obviously they get in-game currency such as GTA Online dollars, and players can go ahead and spend their GTA Online dollars on whatever new content Rockstar adds into GTA Online. This is the real meaty part of the entire video that you guys more than likely came or clicked on for. So here is a video clip of the interview with Strata Zelnick and Morgan Stanley. Now I must say that the video quality and the audio quality isn't exactly the best because it was recorded via a webcam or some sort of a Skype or Zoom call, so obviously the quality isn't going to be perfect at all, but you know, it's as good as it gets. So with that being said, enjoy this short video clip and we will discuss the main talking points of this video clip when you get back.
Last one, I have the same one in my email and in the webcast, so it's clearly top of investors' minds. I know you've been asked before around GTA 6. So the question is there, how do we think about remaster and console cycle potentially impacting the timing of GTA 6, and any interest in giving a year right here?
Right. So Rockstar hasn't announced any new titles for the market, and when there's an announcement to be made, it'll come from Rockstar. So I'll probably leave you there, and I don't think you would have expected anything different from it.
No. Great. All right. Strauss.
There isn't a whole lot of information we can take from this video clip, but it does give us a bit of an insight, and a very, very interesting insight, because this same interview, or should I say this similar style of interview, was conducted with Strauss Zelnick back in 2011, right before the announcement of GTA 5, and Strauss Zelnick pretty much said the same thing before the announcement of GTA 5. A couple of weeks ago, before GTA 5 was announced, Strauss Zelnick pretty much had the same interview, and he said the same thing, that Rockstar will make their own announcements in their own time. And then, what do you know, Rockstar went and announced GTA 5. However, just from this interview alone, the interviewer also made it not so obvious to really make the question pretty much about GTA 6, but he said that investors were emailing and it was on their minds, that they wanted to know, when are we going to hear of GTA 6? Because GTA 5 it's been out so many years now, and Rockstar Games are making a new advanced, I guess, version of GTA 5 for the new consoles. So it's about time we hear of something new. As Strauss Zelnick said, the decisions will be left to Rockstar, and Rockstar will make their own announcements when they, see time to make the announcement for their future project.
So let's start with Tom Henderson. He said, GTA 5 is generating around $250 million in revenue each quarter. Epic Games introducing GTA 5 for free in addition to the pandemic has resulted in GTA 5 earning more each quarter now since its launch in 2013. And following up by saying GTA 6 is several years away. And Tom is right. So what we're going to look at right now is GTA's revenue. You can see the launch of GTA 5 back in 2013. And you can see that obviously you had that initial spike. And over the next couple of years, it really hovered around $200 million, sometimes spiking a little bit higher than that. And especially with the release of PlayStation 4, Xbox One, coming out on PC, you guys can see there that really every time there's like an update, and when the Epic Games Store freebie came out, revenues tends to spike for Rockstar. In fact, their most recent one was one of the best quarters that they've had. So Grand Theft Auto 6 could be years away if GTA 5 is still making money hand over fist. I think that's the argument that he is ultimately making right there. And so I guess if you were to just look at those numbers, you would say, okay, the reason we don't have GTA 6 is because people are buying the game again on, the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and even coming up soon, the new consoles, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. And they're paying a lot of money for stuff in online, microtransactions, shark cards, stuff like that. But it's actually a little bit deeper than that. And it's way deeper than just stop playing GTA 5. That gets you GTA 6. And that was apparent in their earnings call that we actually got some notes from yesterday. So let's take a look at some of those questions that they answered at the very end. So someone called in and they said, "Good afternoon. Thank you for taking my question. My first one is about how you account for the shifts in business models and player taste in games that have a much longer development cycle than a typical annual release." And Strauss Zelnick said, "I'm not sure I entirely follow your question. The development cycle for our core immersive titles are still significant. It takes some time to make what we hope will be the best titles in the business. And the development cycles are not getting shorter for core emissive releases. And I wouldn't necessarily expect them to. I think what's changed is that in between big releases, like GTA 6, Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 5, we continue to engage consumers with add-on content and with opportunities to engage in online versions of the game in certain instances, multiplayer opportunities as well. So that's what's created recurrent consumer spending. But much more importantly, recurrent consumer spending reflects consumer activity and engagement. But that doesn't really change development cycles. So what Strauss Zelnick is trying to say there is that the money being made from Grand Theft Auto Online and GTA 5 is not changing how long it's taking Grand Theft Auto 6 to ultimately come out. If anything, I think it's just buying them more opportunity to get the game right and to put more money into making the game as perfect as they expect.
So I know there's been a lot of speculation about Rockstar delaying GTA 6 because GTA 5 is doing so well and making so much revenue, and while I do believe that is a big part of the reason, I still do believe Strauss Zelnick, and I do strongly believe that they are spending a lot of time on GTA 6, and because of this, they want to make truly the best product possible. So I do believe it is a combination between trying to make the best game possible, but also making sure they are making smart monetary decisions, because after all, GTA 5 has been doing extremely well. Now, one of the major reasons that many people were discussing about the possible delay of GTA 6 and even GTA Online DLC was due to the height of the pandemic early last year. Now, during the investor call, Strauss Zelnick was asked about this exact question, and surprisingly, he did say that the team was incredibly productive throughout the entire pandemic, and even though they have lots of work left to do, which I am guessing he is referring to GTA 6, he does say that productivity is high, which is definitely good to see. The original thought behind this rumor is due to the high levels of security and clearance at Rockstar Games. The shift to working remote was a lot more difficult, and allegedly the productivity was significantly down, but according to Strauss Zelnick, that is false, and they were continuing to work as they usually do, which is definitely good to see, which presumably means that everything is still on schedule as originally planned.